Hey everyone, this is Derek here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to easily access one of the tallest roofs on Miramar. So this tip came in to me from Phantom on the Discord, so a huge shout out to Phantom for providing us with a number of these awesome tips and tricks. So you can see that unfortunately no vehicle under the fire escape for this building because it's too high up. Instead, we'll have to use this building located very close to the building we want to get on top of in order to access the roof. So I think we'll swap to an M16 just because the Win94 only has iron sights, and the M16, I believe I have a red dot and a 2x at this point. So you might as well use that to our advantage. There's a level 3 helmet, some more 5.56. We'll swap the weapons, get the ammo from that one. And for those of you unfamiliar with accessing the roof to this building, what you want to do is climb up to the highest floor you can, jump out of that window, and then climb up the little fire escape. So I've done this a number of times on Pozo because a very similar building is located there, but if you weren't familiar with it, now you are. And you always want to loot these roofs too because you never know what a roof is going to have. Could have some good stuff on it, like that compensator for the AR. Now I'm showing you that that is our destination. So in order to get there, we're going to have to jump from this roof. And if you miss the jump, you are going to take damage. So you can either run straight ahead here and jump to the left when you reach the end, or you could do basically the same thing here, run straight ahead along this edge and then jump to the right when you reach the end of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I find this way easier personally, and you can see I made it. So that's all you have to do to get to this spot. And like I said, if you fall, you will take damage. So just be aware that don't do this, in low health and then accidentally die. And do not fall off of the top of this roof because I think you die instantly. Like I'm pretty sure it's high enough that you will take enough damage that you'll just go splat. So we are now climbing up the many stories. This building, it's weird because this building, there's nothing inside it. It's kind of just a blank one. So there's no looting or anything like that. But it is an excellent sniping opportunity. So you can see there's one more of these buildings to our south right now. We are in El Pozo. I should have mentioned that earlier. And this gives you an awesome 360 view around the entire city. So we heard some shots off to our southeast earlier, so I'm looking in that direction, going to go ahead and just swap the 2x onto the M16. The UMP has too much damage fall off at long range, and the bolts travel slower and don't do as much damage. So definitely want to be using the M16, preferably with a 4 or an 8x scope. But this was early in the game, as you can see from the number of people alive, and only a 2x scope. That's the best I could do. So there's somebody running over there, but running pretty fast. So right now I'm just content watching him, see if we can engage him later perhaps. This is a real person. You can see his teammate is on the bleachers there. So I was playing solo versus duos, and that's why there are two people working together. Also hear a bot under me right now, so we'll have to take care of him at some point, but he's not shooting up. There we go, got a hit in with the 2x scope, but he's starting to move around now and a little more of a random direction. There's another body shot, so he must be pretty low actually. But he went behind that foliage, and that is going to obscure my vision. So unfortunately, wanted to get the knockout, and perhaps I could have if I just unloaded a ton of bullets into that tree area. But I also didn't want to make a ton of noise because I figured there might be a better opportunity later to try to take him out. So he is now behind the camper and out of view, unfortunately. His teammate, though, is somewhere over there. Oh, here he is. This might be him. Yeah, it looks like his teammate's running for my bot. Perhaps he thought that I was the bot that was shooting at his teammate because it came from the same direction. Maybe I'd jump off a roof or something. Either way, there we go. We got his teammate down now, and I think I'm just going to take him out just so he can't crawl into the building and then get revived by the guy by the trailer or the sign over by the arena right now. So don't want that to happen. There he is. Darn it. There's his teammate. I just missed it. A little too slow there. But perhaps we will have an opportunity to take him out in a little bit. So I love this location because it is, there he is. I love this location. He's going to loot up his teammate and gets taken out also. It's such a good spot because it's so high up that, and because there are no stairs up here, that again, people don't expect people to be up here. So generally, when you find a location like this, or you're on a location like this, use the element of surprise to your advantage, which means don't take a ton of shots unless you're pretty sure you can knock out or kill the person you're shooting. And that's why maybe I shouldn't have even taken those shots earlier, because I thought I could have knocked the guy out in time, but unfortunately I didn't. And that kind of gave away where I was. Fortunately, the bot kind of covered for me. I think that he thought I was the bot, and that's what happened there. So now I'll take out the bot just because I don't want him walking around for the next like 5 or 10 minutes while I'm trying to snipe people. Plus, I'm contemplating going down there and getting those. Now I have 3 crates there, so there's a good chance that at least one of those people probably has a 4 or an 8 times scope. So I'm just showing you the view from up here. You can see that you have a pretty awesome 360 of El Pozo. With the appropriate scope, you could easily engage pretty much anyone in this area. And that can't really, underplay how important that is. And if somebody's shooting up at you, all you have to do to avoid them is just run towards the middle of the roof, and they don't have line of sight anymore. Pretty sure it's too high to throw a grenade up to, so they can't get you that way. And if they're trying to get up onto the roof to attack you, well, you'll see them coming from a mile away, because the only way I know of to get up here is through that other roof. So if they're not on that roof making that jump and being exposed doing that, then they're not going to get to you. So you can see how I just did a little jump onto the ledge there just to avoid fall damage. I'll show you that again in a few minutes. So what we're going to do now is we'll go ahead, loot up these people, see if they have anything good, and then I think we'll head back up there in a little bit, maybe do some looting in between just to see if we can get something better. There is a mini there, but I like the M16, and I think I'll use the M16 later in the game. So, I'd rather have that than the mini at this point. I could have gone UMP and mini though too. That would have worked. So either way, we've got a level 3 backpack now. I'm showing you again just how high up this building it is. It is massive. And what's funny is that there is a lower level to it, but it just doesn't go up. Like I think it's only like a couple stories, and that's it. So now I'm going to go ahead and loot up the M16 as well as that extra ammo. Going to go just drop those guys. It looks like I thought it was a 4 times scope, but I actually picked up an 8 times scope. So I am not going to complain. That's a good problem to have in this game, because of course the 8 times scope can function as a 4 times scope should you choose to do it that way. I tried to get a little fancy spinning around, running up the stairs, and instead ran down the stairs. So now we're going back up to the roof again. You can see that process one more time if you're not very familiar. That's how you get onto this roof, and then that's how you now have to jump across to that one. So I'm showing you again that what you're going to want to do is climb up on this ledge. We'll see if we can go 2 for 2 or if we're going to take damage. You want to run up to the end of it. Once you get to around the end, jump and then land right here on this little concrete roof. After that, it's just vault over the railing onto the fire escape. Start climbing up the fire escape. I think there's about 5 stories or so you have to climb up, so that's a lot. And then we're back to the roof. So honestly, the biggest, I don't think you can get a grenade up here. It's too high. So the biggest enemy of yours being up here is either somebody up on the hill to your kind of, what would that be, like east, northeast. So somebody could be up that hill sniping you, or just the zone coming in. So we were in the first zone, and that's how we got some awesome footage already. But now the next zone is going to be closing in fairly soon, in about 2 minutes, and we are not in it. The eastern part of El Pozo is, but the western part where we are right now, or I guess it's like the northern part where we are right now, is unfortunately not in the zone. So we've got M16 with an 8 times scope in single shot. Might as well enjoy the 8 times on the AR while we can before 0.7.0 comes out, and a 6 times is the best we can do. And let's see, we've got somebody over there. It could be a bot who's running pretty straight for a real person. Oh, there he is. Of course, as soon as I scope out, he appears, and we'll just get a couple good shots in on him, kill him just in case he is a real person and has a teammate. Pretty sure that was a bot though. So let's see what else we can find. So that's where you're exposed, to the people on the hill. So just be aware, if you start taking damage from people on the hill, just use that concrete structure. You can see it on the left side of my screen right now. in order to hide from them, because once you go behind that structure, then you're safe from the people on the hill, and you can still shoot down at people who are by this stadium, or on the southern side of El Pozo. So just showing you now that that is that concrete structure where you could easily take refuge from somebody who is shooting you from the hill. I hear another bot out there, so that's kind of what I'm looking for too. I was just curious where the bot is playing hide and seek with him. He's on one side of the building, so obviously bots can't go in the building, so he's somewhere there, but I guess we'll just have to wait. And oh, there he is. Okay, so wait, maybe we can get him just using the UMP just to save the ammo. And the bot actually was able to shoot high enough up to hit me, which is a little surprising, because generally in the game there's a bug where you can't shoot up, you can't aim your gun up more than like a set number of degrees. But I guess bots aren't affected by that, so that's why he could aim like almost straight up. But oh, there's another person running. Might be a bot. He's standing there. Probably a bot. I don't know. So it's sometimes they used to go prone when you hit them the first time, but bots don't always do that now, so it's a little more difficult to tell, especially from a distance, whether that person was real or not. But regardless, another kill. So 6 kills, I believe all of them came from this roof on this game. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. Unfortunately, now the zone is going to be closing in, so our time is drawing to a close on this roof. But hopefully you enjoyed the video in figuring out how to get up here, and it's just another fun location to visit. Check it off, show your friends, say, hey, look, I know somewhere you don't know, and refer them to this channel for tons more PUBG Mobile content, including gameplay, tips and tricks like this one, loot location highlights, troll locations, and a whole lot more. So the zone is now closing in. We're only about 130 meters away from it, so we don't have to go too far. But we do have to get down here, and I'm going to be showing you in a minute or two the other way you can get down here a little faster than running down the fire escape. So the first time I just ran down the fire escape and then jumped off of that. And that works, however, it's very slow. So instead, you'll notice I'm just looking one last time around El Pozo just to see if I can get that last kill with the 8 times in the M16 before I have to go, because once the zone reaches me, I'm going to have to leave this position. So this is the easier way to jump down. You just have to be a little more careful when you're doing it. And that is that you use these ledges to your advantage to break your fall. So you can see I'm actually going to jump down and then push towards the building, just take a little bit of damage, push towards the building, take a little bit more damage, but not much. And that's the fastest way to get down, and take a little more at the end. So easily you can boost up, heal that damage, doesn't really matter, and it's a ton faster than using the fire escape stairs. So here's the zone. It has caught up to me, which means it is time to probably end this video. But thanks again for watching. My name is Derek G, and I hope to see you on the battlefield soon, or in my Discord, which I'll also leave a link to down below. And a huge thank you one more time to Phantom, who found this. If you have a tip or trick that you want to see on this channel, definitely just message me, or message a mod on the Discord. They can get in touch with me, and then the next video you see on this channel could be yours.